Hey there, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's Jessica J Rollas. I haven't done a little impromptu short video on my This Ends Up at my Facebook JJR acting and video page, or YouTube, or I'm sometimes on Vimeo or WeTransfer, or share it on TikTok. Anyway, I just want to share. I got on eBay a while back, and unfortunately, we had a legend or icon that was a successful WrestleMania success story. Hulk Hogan. He died or passed away, and I really liked him. I like his. A lot of things that he accomplished. He was such a great role model, not for me directly, but for a lot of young boys and girls, I'm sure, and people like me. I'm just all about all American athletes like him. He really paved the way. This is an action figure doll that I got on eBay, and I just think it's so great that I got this at a good price. I don't know if I'll sell it back right away, but it's such a great, it was the last one, and he passed away in real life, and he was such a legend. And he was so strong and aggressive, and it's hard to see people like that these days. I mean, there are people that are not famous that can go to the gym at 5 or 6 in the morning, or not necessarily celebrities, or who really want to be a part of the American dream, and that's what Hulk Hogan did, or Terry Bollorus, I believe is his real name. But I know a friend of mine in Chicago that I grew up at mentioned on Facebook that Hulk Hogan, has a documentary out there, so you might want to catch it and look it up. And I just love that I have this action figure doll, and I can add it to my collection. This is my yoga Barbie doll, and this is my modern one that kind of depicts how I am now, working trade shows and professional Barbie or career Barbie. But I mean, I'm telling you, Hulk Hogan, his words of advice that I think could help anyone is, train well, eat your vitamins. And he was just he made such an impact, you know what I mean? And he actually lost to The Rock, and look at The Rock, his whole career took off in wrestling. Anyway, but letting my hair down, literally. I want to also share with you 3 P's that I want everyone to know if they haven't already experienced this already like me, and they are to be punctual when it comes to jobs like heavy public image type events or trade shows, or working and reporting to a conference, because I've been doing that lately, whether it be the Evo show lately. That was a huge gaming international crowd, and I was working registration as a brand ambassador and crowd control, and that takes a lot of physical and mental energy. So being professional and showing up early is on time, being punctuality, professionalism, punctuality. In my case, it would be 25 minutes, if not maybe 15 minutes tops, to allow myself to park my car, walk another 5-10 minutes, get myself situated if I have to fix my hair or my outfit, which is usually all black, or if I have to change into a shirt that's provided, or uniform, etc., and then get trained on something that I'm saying all day, whether, okay, come over here to our booth, get your badge or QR code scanned in the iPad, the systematic directions I'm trained on by the manager or team lead, and to do this over and over all day. And then making sure, again, professionalism, being punctual, and I would say private. And a lot of people don't have this. This is a skill that I feel like I'm a better listener when I'm on the job, because if attendees are going to start telling me, oh, I lost my badge, I need to get this reported, my son is late to meet me, or my coworker, my boss, or can I do this? Those are problems and issues that you have to deal with all day, right, or night, and that's fine. But you don't need to be talking about your personal life. If you have a personal thing, or I don't feel well, or do that off the floor, off a desk, or away from people to hear all that. If your manager needs to hear your stuff and you need to take an extra break, that's of course acceptable in my mind. But also when you make friends with other brand ambassadors, or co-workers, or people on your team, or even the clients, you don't want to get too personal, meaning, again, keep things private, because I just feel it's a turn off in a professional setting to get that personal and on the job, and then you don't need everyone else to hear about it. Does that make sense? So I heard a lot of bits and pieces of people's lives, a little too much of it, and I have my friends for that when I'm off work, or my husband to talk to about that stuff, or I don't mind listening to it here and there if it gets super slow. But if I don't really know you from other jobs, or I feel like it doesn't relate to that job at hand, or like people are going to be coming in and listening, they don't need to hear that. They need to see you're welcome to the show, or welcome to the event, especially again if you're dealing with the public like me, or with tens and thousands of people. But I'm not ranting about that. It's just something that I think Jessica J Rollas here, who has experienced doing this on and off for years, can share with you. Professionalism, punctuality, and keeping private, and just tactful, keeping away from too much personal information when you're on the job. That's what a remote office is for, or your friends and family, or journaling on the weekends, or when you're off is for, or making that phone call in a private area, and, you know, or a break room if it's provided, etc., or away from, again, if you're dealing with the public. All right, so happy Thursday tomorrow and happy Wednesday today. I still got work to do now here at home and just kind of take a break, but you know, working 16 hours, 12 hours, you know, a good 10-hour day, taking breaks, all that stuff is important, but making sure you keep your skills up and keep strong.